Hey Nolls, it's Linnell, and today I am coming to you guys with a how my sophomore year in college video. Yeah. So today I'm just gonna tell you about my sophomore year at Rose-Hulman. I'm 20 years old. I'm a mechanical engineering major, just to get that out of the way. So fall quarter, we have quarters, not semesters. We have 4 quarters, but people aren't in session in the summer quarter, but some people do go to summer school. But anyway, yeah, so just to make that clear, we have fall, winter, spring quarter. We do all of our curriculum in a normal 15 weeks at a state school or a regular college. It takes us 10 weeks to do it. So it's like really fast paced. I've explained this if you've seen my all about my freshman year video, but I just had to reiterate. Okay, so fall quarter, I went through a huge breakup. Yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend of like 10 months. That was like really hard. So I was like the first week of school I could not even concentrate. The first like month of school, honestly, I could not concentrate. I was just sad all the time, and if I wasn't sad, I was just doing reckless things with, yeah, I just didn't know what I wanted. Like, I was so confused because it was initially just a break, because I needed to like find out who I was more, and that's really cliche, I know. But I couldn't be in a relationship. There was stuff that happened in the summer, and it was like, really, dude? So yeah, I just didn't want to be in a relationship. And I just couldn't. But at the same time, I loved him, and I do still, but it's really complicated. But anyway, I'm not gonna go into what my current relationship status is. But yeah, I went through a huge breakup, and that like was always on the back of my mind. Actually, it wasn't even on the back of my mind. It was like in the front of my head. Like during class, I could not focus. Like literally the first week of school, I remember specifically, like I literally was crying all week. Like my eyes would water in class because all I could think about was him. And yeah, that actually, like all this time, like that whole school year, my whole sophomore year was just like boy filled. Like I cannot stop thinking about boys, and I specifically cannot stop thinking about him, no matter who else I was with or whatever. Like I could not stop thinking about him, and it like drove me crazy. So yeah, that's not an excuse. Like that's not the reason why my grades are bad. My grades is bad because I was not doing my homework. But anyway, we'll get to that. Fall quarter, I spur of the moment joined the cheer team. Me and my old friend Janae, we tried out for the cheer team together. I might insert pictures, I might not. But we joined the cheer team together, and we tried out and we made it, and I was so happy. I was like, what? We made the cheer team. So yeah, we were like the black cheerleaders on the team. It's a PWI, it's a private school, so it's like dang near all white or Asian. So yeah, I joined the cheer team. That was a new experience, and it kind of distracted me in a good way, so I liked that. I felt more feminine, I guess. Yeah, I just felt more feminine. So yeah, it was really fun, even though I felt like really ugly and really fat compared to the other girls on the team. Like not all the girls on the team were skinny, but there were like the majority of the girls on the team were like really skinny, and I was over here like a size 5. I know, don't come for me, but like those girls were like skinny. So yeah, I felt some type of way about that. But then Janae quit the cheer team, and then I was all by myself. So yeah, it was cool, I guess. I was the only black cheerleader then. So that happened in August too. So all throughout the school year, I was on the cheerleading team, football season and basketball season. And yeah, fall quarter, I was taking CONAPS, which is Conservation of Accounting Principles, ESIS, Electrical Systems, and some other classes that I do not remember. My GPA was so bad. Let me tell you, I got a 2.37 that quarter. A 2.37. And you know what? Like, I could have easily passed those classes, like, with B's or with B's and some with A's. I got a 2.37, and you wanna know why? I did not do not one lick of homework. Like, I did like 30% of my homework, I think, I'm pretty sure. That's an F. And on top of that, like a 30% of 10 is already like 7% down. Plus you throw on it being a harder class and you getting straight C's or D's on the test. Like, I'm a good test taker, so usually if I get a bad grade, like that's usually like the class average too. Like, I'm not just like dumb. Still, like, I was causing this stuff on myself, and now I was like, dang, why do I have such a low grade? It was so bad. So I learned that I needed to stop doing that because fall quarter was rough, man. But I did meet some amazing people and an amazing person. Okay, thanks, Nana. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that was fall quarter. When I came back for winter quarter, I had counseling in ROTC. I'm in the Air Force ROTC program. I had counseling because I got below a 2.5 and I'm on scholarship because I commissioned this year as well. Yeah, that was scary because they were like, if you get below a 2.5 again, like, you're gonna get kicked out. I thought it was cumulative, like your overall GPA, but it's term GPA. So I'm like, shoot, like I really need to like step my game up. So that was fall quarter. I went to a lot of parties. It was pretty fun. Blah, 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 blah. There was a lot of drama with my roommates fall quarter. Everybody was into everybody's business. Like, there was like a lot of Nesby drama, which is, I don't know. It was just a lot of stuff. A lot of like breakups, and people was like getting together that was like, what? But anyway, winter quarter, I was taking mechanical systems, fluids. Fluids is a devil of a class, I'm telling you. Fluids was so freaking hard. Like, I do not understand anything that was going on in that class, basically. Like, I understand some stuff, obviously, but when I say D's get degrees, fam, D's get degrees. And I never thought I'd be like the type of person that would say that, because I made straight A's in high school. I'm telling you, it's a rough life in the engineering world, okay? I was just cruising along doing basketball. I had basketball games every Wednesday and every Saturday, so I was busy. I was going through it in the beginning of January. I have a therapist says I have some type of like depression. So sometimes my depression gets like really bad. So I was like, I'm like, sometimes I get suicidal. Like, I know this is dark, sorry. And if this triggers you, don't listen. Like, sometimes I get suicidal, like maybe like 3-4 times a month. And it gets really bad because I just get overwhelmed with my emotions. It was 3 long weeks, and that was probably one of the longest 3 weeks in my life in January. I don't know, it comes out of nowhere. And like, I was really depressed. Like, it was so hard for me to like get up. Like, I would literally go to sleep. Like, not all my friends, like I have friends. The people who were my friends at the time always like made fun of me for like going to sleep and like always being asleep or always being in my room. And it's like, one, I have anxiety, so I really don't like being around people for extended periods of time. Like, so I just go in my room. Also, because I always feel like nobody actually likes me. Like, I'm always the weird person, so I feel like nobody actually likes me. Also, I was always asleep because I didn't want to deal with anything, and my body was like, I was physically exhausted, like mentally and physically drained. That was a really, really long 3 weeks. That was just horrible. And that was like just my depression. That wasn't like from a boy or anything like that. Then I got my grades back and I got a higher GPA, but it was not high still. I had 2 D's from MSIS and fluids, and I'm just being real with y'all. Like, some people are like, oh no, I get like all B's or all A's. Like, no honey. I was struggling. I still am struggling. The start of spring quarter, there was like a lot of drama with the person I had broke up with and his new friends who all hated me. And it's like, I'm sorry that I just don't want to be in a relationship. But then when I did want to be back into a relationship, he didn't want to be in a relationship with me. And so he was like saying, oh yeah, I just need to see, like, I can't be in a relationship right now. And that like really, it was like really, it's really hard not to think of it as petty or like trying to get back at me because I went on a break with him. But I understood, like, okay, maybe he actually isn't being petty. Maybe he does actually need a break, just like how I need a break. Like, I just didn't want to be in a relationship at the time. But I still only wanted to date him, if that makes sense. Anyway, so yeah. So after that, there was a period of time where his friends were like, it was mainly this girl. She was just, ooh, I could not stand her. And I still can't stand her. So if you're watching, hi. But yeah, she's just so fake, and she like causes all this drama. She always talks about people, always wants to know your business. And I'm a really to myself person. Like, I really don't mess with people like that. Don't nobody know my business. They can think they know stuff, but they don't know, like, from my lips. Okay, so yeah, anyway, that was going on spring quarter. I was really sad for like a whole month, but that was because like boy related and like other stuff. Like, I just felt lonely. I didn't have like cheer to like distract me anymore. ROTC was stressing me out. I have lead this summer, which is field training. I have field training this summer, so I had to like learn all this stuff that they taught us last minute. And it was just a whole bunch of stuff. I had to buy a new iPhone because my iPhone was glitching, and they were like, oh, sorry, your warranty is up. So I had to buy a new iPhone. It was a hot mess, but I talked to my advisor, and he is the best advisor ever, and he helped me feel like at peace with what I was doing, and just like encouraged me that I need to work hard, and that if I do put in the work, like, I can get good grades. And then my grades came out, and I got good grades. And even though I still didn't do 100% of my homework, I did more like 87%. But from 30% to 87%, come on now, a girl needs a little praise. That's what happened. I don't really know like too much of like what to go in depth about, because if you guys don't go to Rose, it's kind of hard. But I can make another video about what it's like being a female in the engineering world, and or a black female in the engineering world, and like what that's like and stuff. But yeah, that was pretty much my sophomore year. It was it was a lot to take in, to be honest. Sorry, before I end this, I want to talk about my roommate. My roommate situation this year, I lived with another black female. We were the first all black female group, I'm pretty sure, like at Rose-Hulman, like in its history, since like 1860 something or 1870 something, whenever, 1874 I think. I'm pretty sure we were the first all black girl room, like apartment. But my roommate, she's super funny. She's super cute. She's a baddie, actually. Her name is Megan. I'm pretty sure you might have seen her in a vlog. But yeah, she's my roommate. It was cool. We usually have like opposite schedules, so it works out fine, because I'm kind of a loner. So I just like being to myself, but like I like talking to her. She's kind of more like a sister. That was about it for my sophomore year. I don't really have anything else to say. If you guys want to know more, then comment down below, or I'll make a different video. But yeah, that was how my sophomore year at Rose-Hulman went. Oh, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.